All right, boys and girls, here is today's test. Remember, we are trying to estimate the best tool to use to measure something, and then later in the test we will actually be measuring. So number 1 says Camila made a paper airplane. It flew the length of the classroom. What tool could she use to measure how far the airplane flew? Would she use a clock, a calendar, a gallon jug, or a tape measure? Number 2, Mrs. Love needs 2 yards of ribbon to make a hair bow. What tool should she use to measure the length of the ribbon? Would she use a scale, a ruler, a measuring cup, or a thermometer? What tool should she use to measure the length of the ribbon? A scale, a ruler, a measuring cup, a thermometer. All right, number 3, Mr. Jackson needs to know if the truck he is thinking about buying is too long to fit into his garage. Which measurement tool would be most appropriate to use? So he's wanting to know if his truck that he's buying is too long to fit into his garage. So he's wanting to measure the length. Trent has his toy snake stretched out beside a ruler. What is he trying to find out about his snake? Is he trying to find out its age, its weight, its temperature, or its length? So if he's using a ruler, which is he trying to find out about it? Number 5, Dwayne wants to know how far it is from the mailbox to the porch. Which measuring tool should he use? A calendar, a thermometer, a yardstick, or a balance scale? He's wanting to find how far it is from the mailbox to the porch. A calendar, a thermometer, a yardstick, or a balance scale. Number 6, Mother wants to make curtains for the front window. She knows how long the curtain should be, but she needs to measure the width of the window. Which measuring tool is most appropriate? A tape measure, a thermometer, a measuring cup, or a scale? She's measuring the width of the window. Number 7, which tool should Marcus use to find the length of the chalkboard? Would he use a scale, a tape measure, a thermometer, or a measuring cup? He's trying to find the length of the chalkboard. Number 8, Shannon used a yardstick to measure her new plant. What did Shannon find out about her plant? So if she used a yardstick, what is she finding out? The height of her plant, the temperature of her plant, the weight of her plant, the amount of water her plant needs. So if she's using a yardstick, which of those is she finding out? The height, the temperature, the weight, or the amount of water? All right, now we're going to get into some measuring. How long is the pencil below? Is it 4 inches, 5 inches, 6 inches, or 7 inches? Number 10, which tool would be the best choice to measure the length of a car? Would you choose a measuring tape, a meter stick, a ruler, or a yardstick? Think about it. We're measuring the length of a car, and this would be a metal tape measure. The best choice. Yes, we could use all of those, but which one would be the best choice? Danny's smallest flashlight is shown below. How long is the flashlight? Be really careful. They did not start it at the 0. They started it at the 1 inch mark or 1 centimeter mark. So we're going to have to use it like a number line and count from here to where the flashlight ends. Number 12, what is the length of the piece of gum below to the nearest inch? This one they did start at 0. Number 13, Brianna needed to measure a piece of string for a craft she was making for her dad, but her centimeter ruler was broken. Look at the image below to measure how long her piece of string was. So this one, she didn't start at 0 either. She had to start at the 7, so we've got to use it like a number line and count from the 7 over to the 17. Number 14, Travarius wants to measure the length of his bed. Which of the following is the best tool for him to use to get the most accurate measurement? So he's wanting to measure the length of his bed. Would he use centimeter cubes, color tiles, an inch ruler, or a meter stick? Number 15, how long is the toy boat? This one did start at 0. Number 16, what is the length of the screw below to the nearest inch? This one started at 0 also. Number 17, what is the length of the centipede below to the nearest centimeter? Be careful, this one it was a broken ruler again, so they started at 7, so we're using it like a number line and counting across. Number 18, what would be the best tool to use to measure the length of a pair of scissors? So we're just measuring scissors. Think about the size of scissors. Would you use a measuring tape, a yardstick, a meter stick, or a ruler? Just measuring the length of a pair of scissors. What is the length, number 19, what is the length of the soda can below to the nearest centimeter? They did start at 0 on this one. They even drew the line for you. Number 20, what is the length of the needle below to the nearest centimeter? And they also started at 0 on this one. All right, this starts over at number 1. It's just a few more questions. Which of the following is correct? A centimeter is the same length as a meter. A centimeter is longer than a meter. A meter is longer than a centimeter. Or there is no way to compare a centimeter and a meter. So think about the centimeter side of a ruler and think about a meter stick. To help you, a centimeter is the same length as a meter. A centimeter is longer than a meter. A meter is longer than a centimeter, or there's no way to compare. Daryl measured his book. It measured 1 foot long. How many inches long is his book? So how many inches is in 1 foot? Maya's desk is 2 feet long. How many inches long is it? So think about how many inches are in 1 foot, but this time we want 2 feet. Number 4, which of the following is correct? Again, think about what we know about the ruler, the meter stick, and the yardstick. It says a centimeter is longer than a meter. A yard is shorter than a foot. A foot is longer than an inch. An inch is shorter than a centimeter. I'll read those again. Which of these is correct? A centimeter is longer than a meter. A yard is shorter than a foot. A foot is longer than an inch. Or an inch is shorter than a centimeter. All right, the zookeeper measured 2 snakes. The anaconda is about 10 meters long. The thread snake is about 10 centimeters long. Which of the following is true? Okay, so anaconda is 10 meters and the thread snake is 10 centimeters. The anaconda is shorter than the thread snake. The anaconda is longer than the thread snake. Or the anaconda and thread snake are the same length, or you cannot compare them. So your anaconda is 10 meters. Your thread snake is 10 centimeters. The anaconda is shorter than the thread snake. The anaconda is longer than the thread snake. The anaconda and thread snake are the same length, or you cannot compare the length. Number 6. Simone found a stick 12 feet long. Nina found a stick 12 inches long. Which of the following is true? So Simone's is 12 feet. Nina's is 12 inches. So Simone's stick is shorter than Nina's stick. Nina's stick is shorter than Simone's stick. Both sticks are the same length, or there's no way to compare. So Simone's was 12 feet. Nina's was 12 inches. Simone's is shorter than Nina's. Nina's stick is shorter than Simone's. They are both the same length, or there's no way to compare. And then the last question, which of the following is true? 4 yards is the same as 4 feet. Remember, think about your meter stick. Think about your ruler. So 4 yards is the same as 4 feet. 5 meters is shorter than 5 centimeters. 2 inches is longer than 2 feet. Or 3 centimeters is shorter than 3 meters. All right, and then on the last one, you're going to use your centimeter ruler to measure the length of the toys. And it even has centimeters here, so make sure you're on the centimeter side of your ruler. Line it up with the first mark and measure the toy train. Line it up with the first mark and measure the toy truck. And then number 2 says, how many centimeters longer is the toy train than the toy truck? So you're comparing the two. You're not adding them together. They want to know how much longer this one is than this one. All right, that is it.